My name is Brandon McLeod, Director of Instruction at the AIM Golf Academy, and I coach and teach the game of golf with one of the highest rated sports physios in the country. Today, Kevin Honsberger, founder and owner of Honsberger Physiotherapy, and I are going to take a deeper look at the swing of the current 24th ranked player in the world, Kirk. We really like Chris's swing. There's a reason he's a multiple winner on tour. Chris, known as an auto draw, does a lot of really nice things in his golf swing. I mean, he puts the club in some really great positions during his backswing and during his transition, allowing him to hit that draw on repeat out on tour. Chris, however, has shown a little bit of a tendency to be streaky during his play. His swing relies on a little bit of timing in his lower half in transition. And because of that, when his timing is on, he's a world beater out on tour. But when it's off, we see him kind of fight to make the cut from time to time. Last year, 2023, made 29 starts, collected a win at the Honda, but did miss 10 cuts during the season. So after he won at Honda, finished 39th, missed the cut, and was out a little bit early at the match play. So let's take a deeper look at Chris's swing. We'll draw some plane lines down here just so you can see how well Chris does manage his face and his path during his golf swing. Again, the reason he's the 24th ranked player in the world and why he's a multiple time winner on tour. Chris sets up the way we see a lot of guys who hit this beautiful draw, a little bit closed with his his feet, and a little bit open with his shoulders. A nice way to kind of set up to hit that draw that he likes to hit. In his backswing, again, we see Chris really maintaining a lot of nice width in that swing, keeping that club on plane, really managing his face to the path nicely. You can see it keeping on that spine angle as he takes this club back. Again, doing a really nice job managing that on the way back, maintaining some nice width. The team and I here, this is where we see Chris's body rotation stop. So if we watch the shoulders, watch the pelvis there, the belt, no real rotation happening from here. So what this does, and you can see same thing here in 2023, is it forces Chris to rely on his arms, which he does extremely well. He keeps that path going the way he wants it, keeps the face optimal. Again, to allow him to deliver the club through transition to hit that draw. But that lack of rotation there through his trunk, through his pelvis, it forces at this point that right shoulder and right arm as we watch the top to get involved to finish the backswing, to pull him to finish his turn. We can really see it here on the 2023, that elbow position, it gets a little tighter. We can really see that right shoulder pull back, and it's getting tight in there under his chin. And that's what reduces this width at the top for him and makes it a little bit more difficult for him to get his shoulders fully behind at the top of his backswing. But again, using those arms, he really does manage his face to path well, allowing him to consistently hit that draw on tour. But it forces him to have to wait at this point to fire his lower half in transition. He's got to drop those arms, as you see him do here, drop them in the slot, which, again, he does time and time again. But he's got to wait to fire the lower half. If he doesn't wait to fire the lower half, he'd have a difficult time controlling that low point. So right about here, we're going to start to see him get his lower half going. And if he didn't wait, at this point, this is where we would see amateurs kind of have a miss to the left, or they'd fire the lower half too soon. The arm, this elbow would get stuck behind that hip, and he'd have a kind of a miss off to the right. So the timing issues that starts and kind of ends in his golf swing right here. And he's doing such a beautiful job delivering that club from the inside, slightly open to the target, close to the path. We really see him through the ball release really well. Really love that release of that form, allowing that ball to turn over. But again, same thing in the backswing. We see the rotation stop right about here, forcing his arms to have to then control the release point. You can see it comes out beautifully, even better in 2023 than it did in 2018. Probably why he's found a little more speed since then. But then we watch the left shoulder take over, just like we saw the right shoulder take over in the follow through right here to finish that backswing rotation. Stopped, as I said, and then he's got a pull to finish. And then pull to finish. Again, finishing in beautiful position, beautifully balanced. It's why he hits it solid so often, why he's the 24th ranked player in the world. But it does rely on a little bit more over-reliance on certain parts of his body. We love that Kirk swings the club left-handed in the off-season. It gives the right side a break. If we were helping Chris, we would make massage therapy a priority, ensuring that we have proper length of the shoulder muscles during the season. Overworked muscles get tight over time, which create a likelihood of timing or performance issues. Really beautiful little left-handed swing from him here. But it's also the likelihood of another reason of his pattern of good play followed by a stretch of kind of middling performance. Our long-term strategy for Chris, if we were working with him to manage his body during the season, would be improve the pelvic and trunk rotation, make him a little less reliant on timing, but also helping to create a little bit more speed and power with more rotation